welcome. I'm the Power Within, and this is our podcast series, a space where we slow down, reflect, and dive deep into the strength that lives inside us all. The footsteps of summer come quietly, as the sun's rays don't hesitate to shine directly onto the pages of books. There was one summer that we gave a name full of nostalgia and affection. It was the last summer of our school days. That summer held all the memories of school life, the joyful and happy smiles, the exhaustion stretching the days closer to graduation. Summer still lingers, but once it's gone, that unforgettable summer will never come back. The other day, when I visited my hometown, I realized that my old room still held traces of the exam that, to this day, I still consider the biggest exam of my life. There were still math formula sticky notes on the walls, my literature book, and stacks of thick exam papers, sometimes weighing several dozen kilograms. There was even a small whiteboard where I tracked my daily progress during the final 100 days. By now, I'm sure you know which exam I'm talking about, right? For me, the university entrance exam was incredibly important, a test that expanded my limits more than I could ever imagine. It was a period when I realized just how serious, focused, and strong I could be. I hope this radio segment will inspire strength in those of you who are in your final year. And for those who are a little older, may this serve as a reminder that you've done a great job overcoming such a huge exam by yourself. At 17, it might feel like you're still young, but quitting was never an option. The difficulties you face now are just the first challenges of adulthood. Once you finish this exam, you'll have set foot on the path of life. And no matter how many challenges lie ahead, we will overcome them. Now, let's read some special letters from our listeners. The first letter comes from a listener with the nickname JUN. Mom and Dad, I just want to rest. This is my final year, and I know I must be diligent every day, making study schedules to stay on track, but somehow, I always feel tired when doing those things. I get frustrated when studying formulas, and confused when I don't understand vocabulary. Sometimes, I feel scared and anxious, thinking I might fail the entrance exam. I wonder how Mom and Dad will feel if they have a child who fails. These thoughts constantly follow me, like a shadow. But I'm so tired. I just want to rest, I just want to sleep early to avoid the headaches. What should I do, Mom and Dad? Dear listener, I read your letter and truly sympathize with what you're going through. The final year really is a time of challenges, worries, tests, and especially pressure from the expectations of your parents, your family, and yourself. Sometimes, these expectations can unintentionally make the fear of disappointing others grow bigger. Feeling tired, frustrated, and anxious is completely understandable during this time. The pressure of studying and worrying about the future can leave you feeling drained. Holding on to that fear inside only creates stress, which keeps the exhaustion going, because your body doesn't know how to react to such fear. If one evening you feel too tired and have no motivation to continue fighting through your lessons, just take a break. Stand up, go outside, take a walk, and feel the breeze. Ride your bike to a place you enjoy, or simply take each step slowly, letting your heart beat in rhythm with your movement, and breathe in the fresh air, feeling the beauty of nature around you. When your mind is at ease, the worries and burdens start to fade, leaving room for fresh ideas to bloom or answers to questions you've been struggling with all night. Science shows that walking is beneficial for creative thinking. When we move, our bodies release endorphins that help reduce stress and encourage positive thinking. Movement also stimulates blood flow to the brain, boosting concentration and creativity. Let that motion remind you that you're still moving forward, that you haven't stopped. It's okay to slow down, sometimes it's necessary to find the right path and then speed up, don't you think? Even though the university entrance exam is a huge and important event, think of it as just a small stepping stone on your journey. Just thinking of it that way will make it feel so much lighter. When your mind is at peace, the exam will feel easier than ever. The next letter comes from a listener with the nickname LTT. Right now, I'm a senior at a high school in central Vietnam. My appearance and academic performance are pretty average. I don't know when it started, but I slowly began to feel like I wasn't the same person as before. The girl who stepped into high school with a pure and unique personality is gradually disappearing. Now, I always find myself thinking deeply. My friends have noticed that I've changed, but they probably don't see it in a good way. I've noticed it too. My smiles aren't genuine anymore, and I can't enjoy things like I used to. My mind is constantly filled with worst-case scenarios about my life. It seems like I'm carrying some invisible fear. I'm afraid I won't pass my first-choice university. I won't meet my parents' expectations. I'm afraid my parents won't see me succeed. I'm afraid my relationships will fade away, and, especially, I no longer know what I even enjoy doing. I seem indifferent to everything, losing the joy I once had. Could it be that the pressure of exams has made me lose myself? I always wanted my efforts to be rewarded with a worthy result, but right now, it hasn't happened. I hope I can find myself again soon. Dear listener, don't rush to think that you've lost yourself. Actually, everything is still within you. It's just that sometimes, we don't realize it because so many things around us demand our attention. Life always has its ups and downs, moments of sadness and emptiness. But don't worry, because those quiet moments are actually opportunities to rediscover yourself. Realizing that you've changed is a positive sign. It means you want to move beyond the chaos, to find a new direction, a new version of yourself. I know, the last year of high school is extremely stressful. You wake up to a pile of lessons, unanswered questions, and information you haven't fully absorbed. We've all been through it. The senior year classes are no longer fun like they used to be. Now, it's all about focusing intensely on preparing for exams. Those feelings of emptiness, those worries, can make you feel like you have no energy left to smile and laugh with your friends. Sometimes, you create invisible barriers because you fear that your worries might burden others. But if you've noticed this, it's time to take the initiative to improve, to cherish the remaining moments with your friends. Even if your smiles are forced, those tears will turn into beautiful memories later on. Remember, the time of being a student passes quickly. One day, when it's all in the past, only the beautiful memories of laughing and crying together will remain. Don't let pressure make you forget what's truly precious. And then, there's someone like Sunny, who is also standing at a crossroads, searching for themselves amid the expectations of family and society. Sunny had a burning passion for painting, but due to the pressure to pursue a promising field, they had to give up what they loved. You can imagine that feeling, right? Even though Sunny worked tirelessly and eventually got into university, what they received in return was coldness and a lack of understanding from their family. But maybe, it was this lack of acceptance that gradually dimmed Sunny's passion, leaving them lost and unsure of what they really wanted anymore. You know, this is a very common story among many young people. They carry big dreams, but they're forced to follow a path that others have set for them. At 17 or 18, we're in a time of searching for our dreams. Sometimes they're our own, sometimes they're someone else's. And I believe that not blindly following your passion is a good thing, but it doesn't mean you have to give up on it entirely. I think you need to be patient with yourself, try new things, and experience different things. One day, you'll find the path that's right for you. And if your passion changes along the way, that's okay. It's just a part of growing up. We can't hold on to a passion forever if everything around us has changed. Sometimes, passion is just something that passes by in life, but it's never too late to find it again. Try doing things you've never done before, learn, explore. Life isn't always easy, but if you dare to face challenges and accept failure, one day, you'll find the path you truly want to walk. I remember a quote, "Keep moving forward, even when the road is unclear, because somewhere at the end, light will be waiting for you." Sometimes, we feel lost, but trust that you can always overcome it. We are stars in the dark night sky, and with just a little self-belief, the light will gradually appear. So, even when you feel powerless, lost, or weighed down by pressure, never forget that happiness is the ultimate goal. Always remember that you can find peace in every step you take, because every step, no matter how small, shows that you're strong enough to overcome it. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Thank you for sharing, and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the path may be. You'll see, everything will be fine in the end.